On this channel, we like to cover the space game news, a lot of the games that we play here, plus just games that we like to keep on the radar, and some sci-fi stuff as well too, in my nice little fun way. So anyway, started off, we got a PC Gamer article here about Paradox publishing a new Star Trek grand strategy game. The author here, Fraser Brown's really hoping that they don't screw it up. I haven't had a chance to really read this article, but I figured let's check out the trailer and see if it's something that we think might be cool. It's not the new Star Trek game that everybody else has been talking about, so that's why I wanted to bring this one up, because I haven't heard too many people talking about this one. This is a Star Trek Infinite teaser trailer.
Captain's log, stardate 43152.4. Our fleet is cautiously entering hostile territory, and the crew is standing by in case they are clear.
We are the Borg.
We are the Borg.
Your ships. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
This looks pretty cool, but it's definitely looks like a real-time strategy game, so we'll have to see if it's as cool as the trailer is. But that's the Star Trek Infinite teaser trailer. I think a Star Trek RTS game would be like super cool. Let's just hope that they don't screw it up, right? So we'll have to see. This one's a developing story, it's just coming out, but I'll keep track of it. Definitely if you join our Discord, we'll throw some more info in there as well too. Oh, thanks for that little pie on my head. Hey, how's it going, bro? All right, moving along, still sticking with PC Gamer. I saw this earlier this week and I posted it in our Discord. There is a new sci-fi RTS game. It's called Falling Frontier. For fans of The Expanse, the ships are kind of like Expanse-like, and they move around very Expanse-like, same physics, they're kind of like realish. But anyway, this trailer dropped out. It's phenomenal looking.
Fourth Fleet is engaged in operations around Jupiter.
Well, who else is there?
The Caligula and Richmond.
Okay, patch me in.
Caligula, this is Comsat Fleet, over. This is Caligula, roger, over.
Caligula.
This is Comsat Fleet. Thea holds contact with probable Martian task force in vicinity of Saturn. Coordinates 4383, Mark 231, course unknown, speed unknown, strength unknown. Caligula and Richmond...
That's no Belcher ship. Looks like it's high quality.
Intercept and destroy enemy task force. Formal orders to follow, over. This is Caligula, roger. Time to intercept 1 hour. Out. All hands, we have been tasked with a hunter-kill order. ETA 1 hour. Prepare for an emergency turn and burn.
That was the front of the ship. Or does it just have thrusters on the front and the back, I guess, for maneuvering? Oh yeah. That's like a Drake thruster right there. Looks like another RTS-like game. Oh. You know, it's kind of like the ships are underwater, right? With the way the missiles are kind of like traveling like slowly to the target. Okay, they just slowed it down there for dramatic effect. Definitely not Star Wars-ish stuff. And these look like ballistic-like weapons.
Good hit, good hit. Tracking incoming missile.
I just wonder if this game is going to have, like, PvP, or is it just all PvE?
Tubes loaded. Send target data. Missiles away.
That's pretty cool, how the missiles, like, came out of it. Very submarine-like, though, to me. I don't know. Although, oh, wait a sec. I thought these guys were in the same team. Was that like friendly fire there? I collect some friendly fire.
Friendly ship down tracking escape pods. Sending coordinates to command.
You'd call that the Astro Nesto maneuver.
Now tracking incoming missiles. PDCs are fully engaged.
Where you accidentally fire upon your friend. Yeah, so this basically says here that that trailer had a dramatic 2-on-1 battle. You know, semi-dramatic. It depends on what your feeling would be on that one. But anyway, that's Fallen Frontier. Okay. Is SWTOR dying? Is Star Wars The Old Republic winding down? The epic MMO that was released back in 2011. I believe actually when it came out, it got some pretty good reviews. It kind of debuted fairly well. People like me who were looking for another Star Wars, the Star Wars Galaxies experience, were maybe a little bit disappointed, but I still enjoy the game very much, and we play it here on the channel. But that's right, this week, and I'm going to be showing you guys some articles from Games Radar and IGN and even PC Gamer. Like, everybody's been talking about this news all week because, yes, that's right. The SWTOR community has just been in a stir because back on June 6th, BioWare was in talks with Studio Broadsword about continuing development of SWTOR. The reason seems to be that BioWare wants to focus on their single-player game experiences, like the upcoming Dragon Age 4, and yes, wait for it, Mass Effect 5. That's right, and 7 homies. Mass Effect 5 is in the works. So anyway, they want to focus on these titles, and they're saying that they don't have the bandwidth anymore to keep up with the development of Star Wars The Old Republic. But rather than killing it, they're basically like pawning it off on Broadsword. So according to this Games Radar article, it's pretty much a done deal. EA signed a letter of intent with Broadsword to handle the ongoing development and operations of SWTOR. And if you guys aren't familiar with Broadsword, they maintain other MMO games. They're kind of known for doing that, but they're known for maintaining games that have kind of winded down and are in legacy state. So right now they manage games like Ultima Online and Dark Age of Camelot. So I think the reason why maybe the SWTOR community is a little bit in a stir is they're like, does that mean SWTOR is like in this category? But developers have been coming out. They've been saying basically it's like an opportunity. They've already developed a lot of the patch content for patch 7.3, and thanks for that sub, Real Bromway. According to IGN, BioWare has already created the content that's going to go into patch 7.3 and discussed that with Broadsword and handing that stuff over. And basically the contract just handles ongoing operations of SWTOR and content development. Now, when I hear operations, I'm basically thinking that's just keeping the lights on, and I think a lot of the people in the SWTOR community are feeling the same way as well too. So that's why people are wondering, is this game dying? But according to some tweets from some devs, people have been saying, hey, another studio is not going to buy the rights to do this if they feel like it's dying, and basically, whether you like it or not, SWTOR actually does pull in decent amounts of revenue. So it's kind of an interesting decision coming out of EA, and I think it really just boils down to this is all Anthem's fault. But yeah, that's some pretty big news. What do you guys think? Does that mean that the Old Republic really is dying, or is it true that EA is just basically like they took a beating, especially the BioWare division, on Anthem. I honestly feel like this is really all Anthem's fault because Anthem debuted in such a bad state that it really eroded, I think, a lot of the trust of people in BioWare's ability to develop and deliver an MMO. And I say that because BioWare has had to come out and say that basically, yes, guys, we are focused on Dragon Age 4 and Mass Effect 5, and these are not going to be MMOs. They are going to be, single player RPG experiences that you guys have come to know and love from us. So that kind of tells me that they don't feel that they were able to really handle MMOs or do it well. Which is a shame if you ask me, because I would love to see a Mass Effect MMO. I love Mass Effect. Hopefully maybe they'll take that IP and move it over to another company that does do MMOs. Who knows, maybe Broadsword, although it doesn't look like Broadsword develops them. They just kind of take them as they're winding down, which I'm not trying to say that they're winding down SWTOR at all. It looks like it's got an active player base and there's still money to be made there. And the big news with this is that EA is going to retain the publishing rights. So EA is still publishing SWTOR. They're just contracting Broadsword to handle the maintenance of it. But there's still reason for optimism on SWTOR, I think. Which I hope so, because we play that here in this channel. I enjoy it quite a bit, and I've got to finish my Bounty Hunter storyline. As a matter of fact, they're calling this... It's not a death, guys. We don't have to lament it. It's an opportunity. It's a new beginning. But sometimes when it's a new beginning in gaming, and especially when you're talking about handing it over to another studio, it can be a negative thing. And definitely what's going on here is that people that worked on his team in EA, they're basically being told, yeah, you might find some exciting opportunities in EA, or you might just get laid off, sadly. So I hope it really works out well for everybody who's been working on Star Wars The Old Republic on the EA side. Finally, moving along, Cyberpunk 2077 was in the news this week. They accidentally dropped the price of their new Phantom Liberty expansion price, and it's pretty expensive, so people are kind of talking about it. It's going to be a $35 DLC, so I mean that's more than Witcher 3's DLC updates, and that was considered a pretty successful game. Not that I'm saying Cyberpunk wasn't successful, but we all know about its disastrous launch. But this one should be pretty interesting. Looking forward to it. It's going to add new storyline, new content, more stuff for your V character to get into. And actually, let me play this trailer a little bit while we're talking about it.
Repeat after me. I, V, do solemnly swear.
I, V, do solemnly swear
that I shall faithfully serve the new United States of America.
that I shall faithfully serve the new United States of America.
On behalf of all Americans, I thank you for your service.
Kind of sounds like Scarlett's voice changer.
Taking that oath. Bad idea.
Oh, they brought back Keanu. Alright, well, that explains why it's $35. I mean, they gotta pay Keanu. Keanu's not free. Looking forward to that one, though. This is one that I wish they would turn into like a GTA Online, because who wouldn't want to see like a GTA Online set in the Cyberpunk